What's up, guys? This is Big Bernie Coolback here, and I am going to talk about when I met the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, last year in Dallas, Texas, for WrestleMania Axxess. It was a hell of a time. I got to meet him in a general admission session, and that cost me. It would have cost me 55 if I bought it at face value, but I bought it for under face value. And now this year Nakamura is a VIP, which is over $100 just to meet. Well, it includes getting in, but it's also you're guaranteed to meet him that way. So yeah, I pretty much paid 45 bucks. I got to meet Nakamura and a few other people, but I'm just gonna talk about when I met Nakamura. So I got in line for Axxess after watching all the street preachers versus wrestling fans outside the building, which look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen it yet. If you've seen my day in the life of Mania, you've seen that outside the building. So I go in there, wait in line. I talk with a few people, a few really cool people that I just met in that line. And really, once we got in, I looked at the app. I forgot which booth he was supposed to be at, maybe the Snickers booth or something. But he ended up being at the NXT booth. And it's weird because they had his name and Enzo Amore's name flipped. So I looked for the Snickers booth right away. I saw Enzo Amore. And I'm like, should I wait here? Do you think I'll be able to get in the Nakamura line in time to actually meet him? So me and one of the guys that I met in the line left the Enzo line to go find the Nakamura line, and we found another dude that was pretty much right next to us throughout the entire line to get into Axxess. And he was in line for Nakamura, so we kind of butted a few people, and we got in there a little bit, and really, that was my first experience with lines at Axxess. They are big, they are long, and they try their best to make it interesting. Like, they'll put memorabilia and, like, trophies, and because he was in the NXT line, they had the Dusty Classic trophy, they had all these NXT belts. I don't think they're going to have the NXT Women's title on there this year. That might get a little weird, but yeah, they have a lot of things you can look at in line. So look at a lot of stuff online, go along, move along, do whatever. And maybe I'm about 20 people away, and his session was 6 to 8 o'clock. It was getting about 7:45, 7:50, so I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it. And, if anyone who's been to Axxess before knows there's the main line, and then there's the handicap line. And some people who are not handicapped take advantage of that line, and it kind of slows down everything else. But if you're WWE, you can't do anything about it because you can't question someone handicapped, or else that's kind of like discrimination a little bit. So they can't really do anything about that, which is tough. But yeah, it gets closer and closer, and I'm about 5 people from meeting him, and I'm like, thank goodness I'm actually gonna get it. And I honestly started to shake. I honestly started to get shivers because this is a guy I've seen in Japan, on New Japan World. Even before New Japan World came out, they had their Ustream stuff, and he's a top 3 guy in Japan, and he just had his first match in America. So I knew he was something big. And honestly, when I went up there, the only thing I could really say was, "I'm glad you're here in the United States." And he said, "Yeah, me too." And we pretty much took our picture. I thought when we were taking our picture, I'll show it at the end, or I'll at least put it up. I thought we were going to go for a handshake and look at the camera, but he went with his pose, and I thought he was going for a handshake at first, so I kind of had my hand out like that, and at last second, I got to put the deuces up. So yeah, that was kind of weird, but I got to meet Nakamura. He signed my, what is it? The guide? No. Oh, the program. Yeah, he signed my program that I bought earlier from the Superstore. So, yeah, that was cool meeting Nakamura. Honestly, you can't get any better than that for your first ever session of Axxess and your first ever meeting a person or meet and greet at Axxess. It doesn't get much better than that. So, yeah, that's my experience of meeting Nakamura, about how I almost got cut off. If I would have got cut off, I would have met American Alpha, which would have been cool. But I mean, they're good and all, but there's only one Nakamura, and I pretty much bought this shirt at the Superstore that weekend just in case I meet him. So yeah, that's my story about how I met Nakamura. If you want to hear any other stories of who I've met, just ask me. I'll probably do it this weekend. I don't have much going on. So yeah, leave me a comment, like this video, and tweet me at Big Bernie Cool. I'd like to see more people tweet me. So yeah, that's it for now. Peace.